It's like me letting her sleep. And not getting her up in the morning. Like, it's just unusual. And I was like, oh, screwed. Anyway, so then things escalated. And then she started laying in on me. That's when she started telling me. I was looking at my phone to... I don't remember, because we were in the middle of the chaos. And she told me I better not start recording her, and I said, actually, that's a good idea. I hadn't planned on recording you, but I think I will now. And that's the video. She was saying really horrible things. She was saying about how I don't clean up the house, and I said, but I don't make the messes. And she gestured at my room about how it's a mess, and I'm like, yeah, but I really need those shelves so I could go and put things on the shelves because these shelves are gonna break. And she's like, no. And then she was basically implying that I was a disgusting human being, and that if she didn't do anything about it, I would have a bucket of piss on the side of the bed. That's not very nice. That's not true. There's an attached bathroom. The fact that she goes to these levels, and then because I was standing up for myself, I'm like, you're being abusive right now. Like, she was mad about the phone, and then she was mad about the cigarettes, and now she's laying into me about my faults. That's, from what I understand, arguing is one thing, it becomes fighting when you start insulting. Let's go back. I did start calling her names. I used to not be able to defend myself. We would have arguments because, like I said, she doesn't. I called her names. I'm just remembering that right now. Because it's like this tension's built and she's ready to fight. She's ready to fight physically. It's almost like she wants to fight the way she wants to start throwing fists. And I'm just like, you're acting like trash. You just need to stop. This is getting unreasonable. That's when she started telling me that she'd given me cigarettes at lunch. She's mad I'm calling her names. And I'm like, you just need to close the door and leave me alone. She wants me to produce cigarettes that I don't have. When I'm so stressed out. I shouldn't have called her names. But at this point, I was disassociating. It's like, she tells me things that occurred. And I'm like, yes, I know that occurred. But she's saying them in an accusatory manner. And I'm like, it's what happened. I wasn't trying, didn't intentionally try to not get her phone for her. Right? But the way she says things is so mean. It's so mean. And that's when I'm just like, whatever, whore. Like, just stop. Just stop. And she's like, what did you call me? I'm like, you're acting like you're trash. Just stop. And that's when the sadist in her comes out. Now, I had not been able to record this before. But it was like she was mad about the phone. She was mad about the cigarettes. She gets so inflated with her ego that she feels totally justified. And then she starts wanting me to grovel And I will not. I will not. And that's when she starts telling me that I need to start paying rent. That I'm useless. That if I don't pay rent, she's going to go to the office and tell them I'm not paying rent. And I explained, I've never paid rent. The 7 years we've been together, I've never paid rent. Now you're saying I need to pay rent. The agreement. And the other thing is that I don't require fancy meals, but she loves to cook. She's had gastric bypass. She loves to eat. You know, there are people who live to eat, and there are people who eat to live. I eat to live. It drives her nuts that I'll have protein bars and I'll just eat those if I'm hungry. I don't need a meal. I'm fine. I'm trying to get in my head organized to things that I'm wanting to do. Because I'm trying to educate myself so I could start a business or something. She likes to be busy with her body so she doesn't have to think. I like to keep my body still so that way I can think. If I have too many things that I need to do physically, I get overwhelmed. I need to go wake her up. It's 40 minutes. I don't know how long of a video I can post. I'm not sure. But anyway, so you can see the video posted. I should be able to add a link or something of her yelling. I shouldn't have called her names. I shouldn't have taken those couple of cigarettes, but I was just like... When she starts having a how dare you not do what I wanted, how dare you not make this, how dare I be inconvenienced, is her attitude. And I'm like, yo man, I did the best I could. I felt uncomfortable. I had to do my due diligence and research. How come you couldn't have talked to me about what model you liked? Like, she could have just used my card. In fact, let me get this documented. When I got the card for my PayPal account, I told her she should put it in her wallet, or I could put it in her wallet for her. And she didn't seem to think it was a problem. She said the reason why she didn't order the phones the other day was because she didn't have the card. And I said, well, if you had the card in your Google Wallet, you would be able to do that. So that's why she was like, you should have just ordered it. I'm like, I don't feel comfortable doing a contract for a $600 device. I live with a scarcity mindset, so that was uncomfortable for me. And she's like, but it's not $600, it's just $50. I just needed $50 for you to pay the tax. I'm like, but you wanted me to place the order, so it's me entering into a $600 agreement for a device that I don't really know that this is going to be a good device for you. We have LG V30s. These are really good phones. They were good phones 5 years ago. I didn't want to end up getting her into a device that was going to be problematic. And I'm not as high functioning as I used to be. I can't pull my thoughts together the way I used to. So when she starts talking to me like I'm crazy that I don't remember things, but then she also says I need to get a job, it hurts so much. I need an editor. It's like part of me wants to have these videos in small context, so that way they'll be digestible, and maybe people will listen to this and tell me if I'm being unreasonable. But then part of me thinks it should be all in one take, so that way it won't look like it's been edited. To make myself look better. The video that I played when I went to sleep last night, I was terrified. I was terrified that my phone was going to be turned off, that she was going to change the Wi-Fi password. All the things I've been working towards, I wouldn't have access to any of that. She did that. She was mad about the phone. She was mad about the cigarettes. So then she went after my value as a person. Because I'm not busy like her. I don't clean all the time. Like, there's almost nothing of mine downstairs. I don't go downstairs and she's mad I don't clean up. Like, why should I? I don't live in that space. Any of your messes you can clean up. I don't expect fancy food or anything, but she makes huge messes making these meals with all these condiments and stuff. And now she's mad that she's having to clean all of it up. Well, then don't do it. And so she went from that to that I'm lazy. My head is so busy. My head is so busy. I'm trying so hard, spinning my wheels, trying to make a life better for us. But she says I'm lazy. That's a bad word to say to people who have CPTSD, you know that? It was only recently that I started calling her a narcissist, and she's gaslighting me. I said it once. I think you're abusing me in an argument. And then the next time we argued, she started claiming that I was abusing her. It's like I didn't even want to say it because then she'll start using it against me. And so that's why that video I have is so valuable, because the things that she was saying were not true. When she gets really mad, she said stuff that's not true. But she's convinced that it's true. But she wants to hurt me. She wants to punish me. And she's not happy unless I'm freaking out. She's malicious. And that doesn't happen very often. We've actually been really good. But the way she's talking to me and accusing me of all the things I'm not a bad person. I'm not lazy. I don't move my body a lot. I was really just wanting to get one of those vibration plates to get the fluid going in my legs because I have COVID legs. And then I was wanting a treadmill so I could start walking. And I haven't gone ahead and purchased these things because I worry about whether it's something that's in our best interest. I ended up buying a bed frame. She went ahead and got the mattress. On payments, I paid just outright for the bed because I found I'd rather find something that has value, that is at like a ridiculously low price somewhere, and snatch it up. She would rather buy something on Fingerhut and finance it. So you end up spending like, she could have helped me by spending $200 or something on a mattress. Instead, she paid like $700 because of financing. That's her decision. We just have very different values like that. I want to thank you for listening. I should stop talking. If I think of anything else to say, I'll add it. But the way she was talking to me, the way she was threatening me that she was, I needed to start paying her rent, or she was going to go to the office and have me kicked, like, that I'd be kicked out, and it wasn't her fault. And the fact that she was going to turn off my phone. These are, when you've been homeless, when you're disabled, these things are terrifying. And she goes to that place. And then she tells me that I don't remember things correctly, and it's very confusing. I should get her up. I don't want to have anything to do with her. I want to take a shower. I want to start straightening out. And I haven't really had anything substantial. I should go make a meal. And that's the other problem. She used my EBT, and she buys perishable stuff, and then she doesn't eat it, and then it goes bad. And now we're in the middle of the month, and I run out of protein bars because she will only buy me a few boxes. I don't know why she has to buy them. I should just have them ordered. Like, I would live off Soylent. I don't need all these fancy perishable foods. And she insists that she has to have them. And she meal preps for herself, but then she doesn't eat them. But I'm not allowed to talk to her about it. Like, maybe this isn't a good idea. If she wanted to go once a week and get perishable stuff, that's cool. But why does she go once a month and spends all of the food stamps and then says we don't have anything to eat? A couple weeks later, I could live off rice and beans. I don't care. I should go. Thank you for listening. I don't know if any of that made sense, but I appreciate you.